Hi, welcome back to my channel. I have a different book to review for you today. In fact, I wasn't sure I was going to make the video because I'm really not educated enough about the genre to talk about it, but I'm going to give it a shot. The book is called Station Eternity. The author is Lafferty, and it is the Midsolar Murders #1. So it's the first book in a new series. Now, again, you're going to have to bear with me because my ability to talk about science fiction isn't up to par. But I decided to give this book a shot. Now, this is by Ace, and I did get this book through Berkeley, so I think Ace might be like an imprint of Berkeley or Penguin Random House. So I got this book and I started reading it, and I was put in the mind of Jessica Fletcher, who always happened, or not even just Jessica Fletcher, but any cozy mystery heroine or protagonist in any series that I read. Now, let me quantify that. When you read a cozy mystery or you watch like Murder, She Wrote or whatever, there's always a murder, and you have an amateur sleuth who's always gifted at solving that murder, right? So when you start reading this book, you meet Mallory Viridian. Now, Mallory Viridian was kind of plagued with what could be called bad luck, because to know Mallory was to know death. If she was around, if she entered a new situation, somebody died. But she had a gift, and that gift was always knowing that extra or that missing piece to solve that murder. But she was kind of tired of always being in the limelight of somebody dying, so she got an opportunity. She got an opportunity to join a shuttle, or let's see, I don't think it was called a shuttle. Let's see what it was called. Oh, got an opportunity to join and to go on to a space station that was only occupied by alien life, no humans, so she could live out the rest of her days doing the responsibilities assigned to her on the space station without anybody dying. Whew! That's what we start to read in Station Eternity. Well, the powers that be had better ideas, and they started to have shuttles where humans would start living on the space station. So now Mallory is like, oh my goodness, murders are going to start all over again. And guess what? They did. So what this book ended up being was the first in a murder mystery series on a sentient space station. Sentient? Yes, I had to look that up. A sentient is something that can sense, feel, or hear things. Okay? So this space station, this ship, Eternity, and other ships that we read about in this book, and most likely in other books that'll be in the series, was able to sense and to talk to and to communicate with the humans that were arriving on the space station. But what Mallory wasn't able to do, what Eternity wasn't able to do, what no one was able to do, was to stop people from dying. In fact, one of the first shuttles that came in as the humans were waking up on the space station, one of them was already dead. And that's what this is all about. It's a murder mystery in science fiction format. Now, I did look up Lafferty, the author, and Lafferty has a series, and I think it's called, she has a couple, the Shambling Guides and Star Wars novelizations. She has other books like Heaven, Hell, Wasteland, Minecraft, The Ghost Trails to New Orleans, Playing for Keeps. So I don't know anything about any of these books because I basically don't read science fiction. But when this book came into my email, I thought, why not expand my horizons a little bit by reading a different genre? And I will say that this book was slow to start. It was, especially when different humans arrived on the space station and you had to get to understand their stories, like a girl and her aunt, or just different characters would come in, and their stories would somehow mesh with Mallory and somehow be part of the solving of the murders that took place. That took a little bit of, world building for me to get into, but once I did, I recognized it as a real mystery and I was able to enjoy it. And then all of a sudden, around 60-70%, the book just took off. It was so tense. There was so much going on that I was riveted to the rest of that book, like, oh, I get it. Now I want to read book 2 in the series. So that is the best I can do for a science fiction book called Station Eternity by Lafferty. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.